Hello, my lovely people. Right then, today we're going to chat about something super important. It sounds a bit fancy, I know. Caryopsis fruits. Whoa, big words, eh? But don't you worry your little socks off. It's actually dead simple, I promise. Think about rice, think about wheat for your bread, or even that lovely sweet corn you chuck on the barbie. These are all part of the Caryopsis family. They're basically the seeds of grass plants, but they're a bit special. We'll get into why they're special in a tick. So what makes a Caryopsis a Caryopsis? Good question. It's all about how they're built. Imagine a tiny little seed. Now imagine its outer skin, the fruit wall, is stuck on super tight. So tight it's actually fused to the seed coat itself. You can't peel it off like an orange. It's all one package. This makes them really neat and tidy, and it means all the goodness is locked in there. It's nature's clever way of protecting the important stuff inside. Proper smart, that nature. You've probably been eating these little powerhouses your whole life without even knowing their posh name. They're in your breakfast cereal. They're in your pasta. They're in that lovely crusty loaf you had for lunch. See, not so scary after all. They are the unsung heroes of our kitchens, really. They're humble, they're versatile, and they are absolutely brilliant for us. We just need to understand them a bit better. And that's what we're here to do today, together. So, next time you're munching on some popcorn, or a slice of toast, or even having a bowl of lovely warming porridge, give a little nod to the Caryopsis fruit. It's doing a fantastic job, that little grain. It's providing us with so much energy and goodness. And we're going to explore all of that. We'll find out why they're so good for us and how we can get more of them into our lovely meals. Sound like a plan? Brilliant. Right, so we know these Caryopsis things are grains where the outside bit is stuck to the inside bit. The fruit wall, called the pericarp, is best mates with the seed coat. They're inseparable, like me and a good olive oil. This fusion is what makes them unique in the fruit world. It's not like an apple where you can eat the fleshy fruit and leave the core. With a Caryopsis, the fruit part is a very thin layer. It's all about protecting that precious seed inside, the bit that can grow into a new plant. This special structure has a big impact. It means when we eat them, especially as whole grains, we're getting everything, the whole shebang. We're not just getting the starchy bit in the middle, we're getting the outer layers too. And those outer layers, my friends, are where so much of the good stuff is hiding. Think of it like a tiny natural treasure chest, all locked up tight, waiting for us to discover its riches. It's a really efficient package designed by Mother Nature herself. Because this outer layer is so firmly attached, it's a bit harder to remove. This is a good thing for whole grains. When grains are refined, like when white rice is made from brown rice or white flour from whole wheat, they often strip away these amazing outer layers, and with them goes a load of fiber and nutrients. So, sticking to whole Caryopsis fruits as much as possible is a really smart move. It means you get all the benefits nature intended for you. So the fusion isn't just a botanical curiosity, a bit of plant trivia. It's actually key to their nutritional power. It encourages us to eat the grain in its most complete form. It's a beautiful, simple design that has fed civilizations for thousands of years. From the ancient Egyptians with their barley and wheat, to us today with our quinoa and corn. These grains are a cornerstone of diets all over the world, and it all starts with that clever, fused-up structure, puka. All right, let's get down to the really exciting bit. What makes these Caryopsis fruits so darn good for us? Well, they are absolutely jam-packed with goodness. Think of them as tiny little nutritional powerhouses. They're a fantastic source of carbohydrates, first off. And not just any old carbs. We're talking complex carbohydrates. The good kind that release energy slowly and steadily, keeping you going all day long, no slumps in the afternoon. Perfect for busy bees like you and me. But it's not just about the carbs. Oh no, these grains are also brilliant for fiber. We'll talk more about fiber later because it's a superstar. But just know that Caryopsis fruits, especially the whole grain versions, are loaded with it. They're also a decent source of protein, which is great for building and repairing your body and helping you feel full and satisfied after a meal. So you're less likely to reach for those naughty snacks. See, clever stuff. Then there are the vitamins and minerals. These little grains are like multivitamin pills, but much tastier. They often contain B vitamins, which are essential for energy production and for keeping your brain happy and healthy. Things like thiamine, niacin, and folate. You'll also find minerals like iron, which is important for carrying oxygen around your body, magnesium for muscle and nerve function. and selenium, a powerful antioxidant. It's a proper 18 of nutrients, and the best part, it's all natural. It's not made in a lab, it's grown in a field kissed by the sun. When you choose whole Caryopsis fruits, you're getting a complete package of nutrients, all working together in harmony. It's what we call food synergy, where the whole is greater than the sum of its parts. So, forget those expensive supplements sometimes. Get back to basics with these wonderful, humble grains. Your body will thank you for it, trust me. Let's talk energy, people. We all need it, right? To chase the kids around, to boss it at work, to dance in the kitchen. And Caryopsis fruits are your best mates when it comes to fueling up. As I said, they're packed with complex carbohydrates. Now, don't let the word carbohydrates scare you. There's good carbs and not so good carbs. These grains are definitely in the good camp. They are the body's preferred source of fuel, especially for your brain and muscles. Unlike sugary snacks or drinks that give you a quick rush and then a crash, the energy from whole grains is released slowly and steadily. Think of it like a log fire, burning consistently for hours, rather than a piece of paper that flares up and dies down in seconds. This means you get sustained energy. No more of that horrible 3 p.m. slump where you feel like you need a nap under your desk. Just smooth, reliable power to keep you ticking over. How good is that? This slow release of energy is also brilliant for managing your blood sugar levels. When you eat foods that cause big spikes in blood sugar, your body has to work really hard to bring it back down. Over time, this can cause problems. But whole Caryopsis fruits, with their fiber and complex carbs, help to keep your blood sugar levels much more stable. This is good news for everyone, especially if you're watching your sugar intake or have conditions like diabetes. So, if you want to feel more energetic throughout the day, if you want to power through your workouts, or just have enough oomph to enjoy your evenings, make friends with whole grains. Start your day with some lovely porridge, have a wholemeal sandwich for lunch, or some brown rice or quinoa with your dinner. These simple swaps can make a massive difference to how you feel. It's proper rocket fuel, but the healthy kind. Get in. Section 5, keeping your tum happy, the magic of fiber. Right, let's have a proper chat about fiber. I know, it's not the sexiest topic in the world, but trust me, fiber is your friend. It's a total superhero for your inside. And Caryopsis fruits, especially when you eat them whole, are absolutely loaded with it. There are two main types of fiber, soluble and insoluble, and these grains often give you a good dose of both, which is just what your digestive system needs to keep things moving smoothly. Insoluble fiber is the stuff that doesn't dissolve in water. Think of it as a bit of a broom for your insides. It adds bulk to your poo, we've got to talk about poo, and helps it pass through your system more easily. This can help prevent constipation and keep you regular, which is super important for feeling good and comfortable. It also helps to keep your gut healthy by sweeping away waste products. A clean gut is a happy gut, remember that? Then there's soluble fiber. This type dissolves in water to form a gel-like substance in your gut. This gel can help to slow down digestion, which makes you feel fuller for longer. So you're less likely to overeat. Soluble fiber is also brilliant for your heart. It can help to lower LDL cholesterol, that's the bad cholesterol, by binding with it in the digestive system and carrying it out of the body. Pretty clever, eh? Oats are particularly famous for their soluble fiber called beta-glucan. And it doesn't stop there. Fiber is also food for the good bacteria in your gut. These little microbes are essential for your overall health. They help with digestion, support your immune system, and even affect your mood. By feeding them plenty of fiber, you're helping them to thrive. So, eating whole Caryopsis fruits is like giving your internal garden a lovely dose of fertilizer. It helps everything to flourish. So, embrace the fiber, folks. Your tum will absolutely love you for it. Section 6. Meet the Grain Gang. Some proper tasty superstars. Now that we know how brilliant these Caryopsis fruits are, let's meet some of the most popular members of the Grain Gang. These are the ones you'll find in your local shops and the ones you can easily start cooking with today. First up, we've got wheat, the king of bread, pasta, and so much more. Whole wheat is fantastic, giving you all that lovely bran and germ. Think wholemeal flour, whole wheat pasta, bulgur wheat and freak. So versatile, so delicious. Then there's rice, a staple for billions of people around the world. Brown rice is your whole grain hero here. It's got a lovely nutty flavor and a slightly chewy texture. Much more interesting than plain old white rice, if you ask me. And it's packed with so much more goodness. You can also find other amazing rice varieties like wild rice, which is actually a grass seed too, and red rice or black rice, all super tasty and good for you. Next on the list is maize, or corn as many of us call it. Sweet corn cobs, popcorn, cornmeal for polenta or tortillas. It's such a fun and versatile grain. When you're eating a whole corn kernel, you're getting the Caryopsis in its natural state. Popcorn, when it's not drowned in sugar or too much salt, is actually a pretty decent whole grain snack. Imagine that. Movie night just got a bit healthier. Just make sure you pop it yourself. And let's not forget oats. Oh, lovely oats. Perfect for porridge, muesli, granola, and even in baking. Rolled oats, steel-cut oats, oat groats. These are all brilliant whole grain choices. They are famous for their heart-healthy beta-glucan fiber, and they cook up into such a creamy, comforting meal. Barley is another fantastic one. Pearled barley is common, but hulled barley is even better as it's more whole. Great in soups, stews, or as a rice alternative. What a lineup. Section 7, oats and barley. More than just a bit of gruel, let's zoom in on a couple of my personal favorites from the Caryopsis crew, oats and barley. Sometimes people think of oats as just, well, boring porridge, and barley might seem like something from an old history book, but no way, my friends. These two grains are incredibly versatile. They are packed with unique benefits, and they can bring so much flavor and texture to your meals. It's time to give them the love they truly deserve in your kitchen. Oats, as we said, are champions for soluble fiber. That beta-glucan stuff is like a little sponge. It mops up bad cholesterol and helps keep your blood sugar steady. But porridge is just the start. Whack some rolled oats into your smoothies for extra thickness and staying power. Use them to make homemade granola with nuts, seeds, and a drizzle of honey. Or try making oat-based pancakes or muffins. You can even use oat flour as a gluten-free alternative in some baking. Delicious. Barley is another ancient grain that's making a big comeback. It has a lovely, slightly chewy texture and a mild, nutty flavor. Hulled barley is the most nutritious form, as it only has the tough outer inedible hull removed. Pearled barley, which is more common, has had some of the bran polished off, but it's still a good source of fiber and nutrients. Try using barley in hearty soups and stews. It adds a wonderful body and makes them so much more satisfying. Think a lovely Scotch broth, proper comfort food. You can also cook barley like you would rice and serve it as a side dish, or use it as a base for salads like a tabbouleh, but with barley instead of bulgur. It's fantastic with roasted vegetables and a good dressing. You can even make barley risotto, sometimes called orzotto. It's creamy and delicious. Both oats and barley are relatively inexpensive. They store well in your pantry, and they offer so many brilliant ways to boost your meals. So get experimenting. You won't regret it. Section 8, rice, rice baby, and corny delights. All right, let's move on to two more absolute superstars, rice and corn. These Caryopsis fruits are staples in so many cuisines around the globe. From Asia to Latin America, they feed billions, and for good reason. They are incredibly versatile, affordable, and when you choose the right types, super nutritious. So let's talk about how to get the best out of these grainy heroes and make them shine in your everyday cooking, making every meal a winner. When it comes to rice, please try to choose brown rice more often. I know white rice is popular because it cooks a bit quicker and is softer, but brown rice is the whole grain. It's got the bran, the germ, all that fiber and B vitamins. It has a lovely nutty taste and a more satisfying chew. It's brilliant as a base for curries, stir fries, or even in a pilaf. Try different types like brown basmati or brown jasmine, or explore more exotic ones like black rice or red rice for even more nutrients and flavor. Corn or maize is another fantastic Caryopsis. We all love sweet corn, right? Those juicy kernels bursting with sweetness. On the cob, in salads, or in a lovely chowder. But remember, popcorn is a whole grain too. Make it at home so you can control the salt and sugar. It's a brilliant snack. And don't forget cornmeal. It's used to make polenta, a lovely, creamy Italian dish, or tortillas and cornbread. These are all great ways to get this sunny yellow grain into your diet.